Calm down. I said I would be back. I said I would be back. So anyway, as you had a preview of what we're eating, we got some shrimp and grits. Now I will say I've never had it with a fried egg. So I'm trying it with fried egg. But I like egg and grits. But I've never had egg grits and shrimp. So we have some colossal shrimp. It was colossal, okay? That's what it said. But you know those things be shrinking down. So before I get into this video, if this is your first time tuning in, hello. Welcome to the family. I hope you decide to stick around and become a part of the Bazzlelicious Bites family, and subscribe and make sure you hit the post notification so you know the next time I upload, honey, because you never know what's gonna come out of my mouth. So I got two things I'm going to talk about today. One is a story, and I remembered it when I was in the car with my daughter yesterday. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, child. I was praying to gods. And then another one is just somebody said something. Sometimes I reply, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take constructive criticism. But sometimes, you know, it depends. It depends what mood I'm in. So anyway, let me get a few bites in because I don't like cold grits. So let me see how these taste. Ooh, they getting a little hard already. Oh my God. There we go. So I got cheese and but that shrimp is big. The flavor is amazing. Oh my God. Y'all good. I was watching another YouTuber. I don't know who it was, but they were eating some grits. And honey, they was wrapping their grits up in their bread. I said, I'm gonna try that next time. I don't know who it was, but they was eating that food like it was good. So this mukbang won't be long. But and then the juice from the shrimp. And my egg has a yolk, so that's about to pop. I'm gonna put my egg on top of my grits. It just exploded, y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me show you how that egg exploded, okay? So calm down. Can you see that? All that. Yo. Now, I do like a yolk. I can't see no white running part. That make my nerves bad. I can't do that now. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. I just love. The yolk is my favorite part. Not the white. Clinton likes the white. My son, he likes the white part. He doesn't like the yolk. And honey, Bertha is not on. I have Bertha here to give me some hype, y'all. Bertha makes my nerves bad. Okay. Because this one's not going to be a long mukbang. Child, I miss my mouth with that one. That's good. my favorite food. Shrimp and grits. Shrimp, scrambled eggs and bacon, sausage, whatever. I love grits. Fried fish and grits. What? Even salmon. Grilled salmon and grits. It's like if you have rice, something with rice, I could replace the rice with grits. And I don't know if any of you have had this. Like you fry up some hamburgers, right? You gotta season them well, child. And then you smother the hamburger in gravy and onions, or you fry up some pork chops and you smother your pork chops in some gravy and onions, baby, and you put some grits on the side. The gravy on top of your grits, died and gone to heaven. So anyway, hold on, that wasn't bad with the grits on the toast. I know who it was. I don't know his name though. No shade. No shade. But he's very popular. Black guy. He's in the community, the LGBTQ community, but he doesn't have any teeth. I don't know his name, but I watch him. I love him. Dang. And baby, he was sopping up those grits with his toast. I got up out of my bed and made me some grits, and it was late, and I don't eat too late. That's one thing I don't do. When I was younger, I was very, look, I'm getting those types of, y'all know I was supposed to y'all that. When I was younger, I wouldn't eat after 7 or 8 o'clock. And now, like to eat in the middle of the night, no, I don't do that. And once I brush my teeth, the shop is closed. I know some people could eat in the middle of the night. They wake up, just want a little snack. I can't do it. My food on the ground. I'm sorry, y'all. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't eaten anything. Nothing. I couldn't even drink my coffee because we didn't have sugar. So anyway, real quick. Let me get another bite. That's good. I just want you guys to know, this is not the story, but I want you guys to know someone brought something up. And I feel as though someone's not using profanity or whatever, I'm open to constructive criticism. But I feel as though YouTube is also a platform not to be taken so seriously. Like for example, this is a different story. So I don't know, this could be a different mukbang. But anyway, don't let me forget what I was saying, okay? And I'm trying to save my food. Okay, so I took the girls, well, Sydney, my youngest daughter, she wanted to go to the Galleria. And from my house, the Galleria is probably a good hour drive. And it's a lot of traffic, right? So we went to the Galleria Mall. She wanted to go to a restaurant, Shake Shack. We vlogged about it. It was good. And I was just looking around and window shopping in stores I couldn't afford. So I went into one of my favorite stores called Zara. I was like, let me just go in And the last time I was in Zara was when I lived in New York. So that was like ages ago. Child, there's a whole nother story about Zara too. And the suit I bought from there. That's another story. But anyway. The girls stayed outside. And I'm just walking around. I wanted to see what Zara had. If I still love their stuff. Which I do. And it's not too expensive. And you're getting great quality stuff. So, the girls come running inside maybe 15 minutes later. They was like, "Ma, these boys approached us." I'm like, "Say what now? Do they know you 14 and 16? Do they know that?" And she said, one boy came up to me and said, "How old you is? How old you be?" And she was like, "Huh?" And she said, "And if you speak that way, no shade. This is what happened to my girls, okay? No shade if you talk like that, okay?" But I'm trying to get to my other point. And the boy was like, "How old you is?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm 14. And they left immediately, which was actually very good. Although their word choice was, excuse me, although their word choice was a little different than what we're used to. At least the boy knew that 14 was too young. And I think another one asked how old Bobby was, and then they asked how old City was. They ran off, child. Very good, because you shouldn't be messing with no young kids, okay? And we're not going to talk about somebody, you know, the other person. Seriously. So anyway, but YouTube, I go to say YouTube is not a platform, in my opinion. It's not a platform where your word choice or your grammar should be criticized. Being an English teacher, I don't even speak proper English all the time. I go into my Ebonics, you know what I'm saying? You know, I relax. So I just relax. I take the teacher hat off. But I'm in the classroom, that would have been corrected real quick, okay?
That would have been small group. We would have had after school tutorials. We would have had a parent teacher conference. We would have had extra lessons. We would have signed you up for double English classes, okay? We would have got that together.
So anyway, but if that's how your parents speak and that's how everyone you're around speaks, it's gonna happen. Because I had a problem with subject-verb agreement. I'm not trying to give you a lesson. It's where you add the S. If something is plural, you take the S off. If something is singular, you add the S. I'm not gonna go to a lesson. Okay, so I had a problem. Someone had to correct me when I was about 19, 20. And they said, "Joy, I can't explain it. You just have to add the S." But I learned over time, because my mother had an 8th grade education. My father had a 4th grade education. My sister dropped out in 12th grade, and my brother could not read. So, you know, so I just picked up whatever I could based upon the people who I was around. And I still make mistakes with English. To this day, being an English teacher, no, I'm not perfect. Ah, you might be perfect, but I'm not. Shoot, teaching those English lessons, I have to reteach myself some of that stuff. Seriously. Anyway, so, but this is not a platform where I want to critique some people, because there's sometimes when I see your, Y-O-U-R, and when it's supposed to be you-are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, or you write the word you are. You think I'm gonna sit there and correct people with that? No, they've relaxed. We're having fun. I love the back and forth, whatever, okay? I'm not here to be nobody's teacher. And I don't want nobody to be, now if I really, really mess up, y'all let me know, okay? But then someone said, because I didn't use the word, and this is from me, I didn't use the word most or some. They were a little offended and said I was throwing shade at other YouTubers who don't eat all that food, or who eat a whole large, massive amount of food. And I'm quick to say I can't. You know, y'all here for the conversation. You know, and eat with me as my grits get cold right here. But I just wanted to make that point. I will try to be more sensitive and use most people or some people, not all. So don't take offense to that. Don't analyze every single tiny little word I say, because For those of you who love me and been following me for a while, even on my other channel, you know I don't have an evil bone in my body. You know I don't. So I broke it down on camera, whatever. But I'll try to be more open to that. But they were trying to read me. Yes, you were. You were trying to read me. You were the one throwing shade at me. But I think you just need to get to know me, my personality, and my spirit and my soul. Because that could have been a block. But I was like, no, that's not even worth a block. Because you came at me. I think maybe the word choice kind of threw me a little bit. So anyway, I take the advice. I will be a little more open to seeing some YouTubers if I'm talking about somebody else's channel. And sometimes other YouTubers talk about other YouTubers. Sometimes that's how we get the content. Just like that person who made that comment about me, that is now my content. It's just what we do. We see people, we experience things, and that's what our content becomes. That's how content is created. We get content from other content. Whether it's the news, some drama, so this and that. I'm not going to try to bring drama, because drama sells just like sex sells. It sells. But, you know, that's how channels be growing, child. So, y'all want some drama? I don't got nothing for you. Okay? Seriously. So, that's that. But anyway, maybe I should stop with that story. But anyway, I was telling my daughter, okay, I'm done with that. Anyway, so one time I could have been a senior in high school, right? There is a moral to this story. And I don't know how Bobby and I started talking about it. But this guy wanted to take me out. I do not remember this guy's name. He was dark chocolate little thing too. And I was probably 17 or 18. And he wanted to take me out, but he wanted to impress me. This all in Brooklyn. So I was like, okay, I got all cute. And so he said, be ready by 6. Okay. And Hunty, you know, I'm ready to walk to the train. Because we took the train or the bus everywhere we went in New York, honey. And he didn't have no car, so I'm ready to walk to the train, whatever. And he was like, I rented a car for us. I was like, okay. I didn't even know you could drive, boy. I'm down, let's go. So we were going out to eat, and then we went to a movie. But baby, so I lived in Brooklyn. He lived in Brooklyn. But he wanted to go to Times Square, 42nd Street, Manhattan. And on the train to get from Brooklyn to 42nd Street from where I lived, I was 2 stops from the last stop in Brooklyn. I would say would probably be a 30-minute train ride, 30-minute train ride. So, whatever. So we drove, and if you drive, it may take you longer because of traffic, and taxi drivers drive crazy. But honey, I hopped in that car on the passenger seat. It was like, we're gonna have a good time, right? 5 minutes into that ride, I started praying to Jesus. I said, dear God, if you get me out of this car in one piece, I swear I'm gonna take the train back home. I'm not getting in this car. Just get me there. I prayed the entire way. I was holding on. That poor boy must have just got his driver's license. He didn't know how to drive. A few cars beat their horns at him. I was a nervous wreck. Y'all know my nerves be getting bad, right? So we went out, we made it. I was like, thank you, Jesus. I swear, God, I'm not getting back in this car. But we're going to have a good time, but I'm not getting back in this car. We went and we had steak dinner at this famous place in Times Square. I'm not even sure if they're still there, but the steak was good, very tasty. Had dinner, then we went to a movie, had a good time, walked around. And Hunty, y'all know I made a deal with God, right? When it was time to get back in that car, I said, thank you very much. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the train. I'm gonna go ahead and take the train home. Honey, whoop. He had to pick his face up off the floor, child. I'm like, I made a deal with God. And I said, if I made it here in one piece, I was not getting back in that car with you. Because I'm not guaranteed that I'm gonna make it home or not. It just did not feel right. My nerves couldn't take it. And it was dark. I was like, hell to the no. I'm not getting back in that car. And sometimes, honey, you gotta follow your instincts. My instinct said,
oh, no, 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 no.
Get out. Honey, he never spoke to me again. He never spoke to me again. Then I got a little upset because it was late. He never called to see if I made it home safely. Be upset. But make sure I got it home. Or maybe he was upset because I didn't tell him not to get back in the car and have somebody come pick it up. He never ever spoke to me again. But honey, excuse me. Sometimes in life, you have to follow your instincts, and that did not feel good to me. I was not getting back in that car. Let me tell you, as I scrape my plate and get the last of these crumb juices, God said, don't get back in that car. Boop, 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 boop. And when something doesn't feel right, it ain't right. Nope, never spoke to me again. So if something is going on in your life and it doesn't feel right, you want to be right. Follow your instincts. Listen to that little conscience or that little man sitting on your shoulder telling you something's wrong. Something's off. Something's wrong. That's just what I did. Took the train. I'm glad I had money on me. If I didn't have no money, I would have had to get in that car. Because nobody's walking from Brooklyn to Manhattan. You gotta walk over a bridge and all that stuff. Who's doing that? Well, that is my story time. If you enjoyed my story time and my meal, please give this video a thumbs up. That was good. And I can literally eat a whole nother plate of this. But I won't. Because Bobby, my daughter, she's making us some sushi tonight. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm comfortable. I'm a little full, but I'm comfortable. But I'll be ready in a couple of hours for her sushi, because it's going to take her several hours to make it. And she's excited. She's looking forward to it. So in the meantime, I guess I'll go in the kitchen and clean up my mess that I made. So Clint and I ate this. So we left for a few shrimp. That was really, really good. Now my shrimp, I put American cheese, butter, salt and pepper. And then when I was done and I made my plate, I sprinkled cheddar cheese on top. I don't know why. And then my shrimp, I seasoned my shrimp with adobo, sazon, onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. And I sauteed it in a little bit of olive oil and minced garlic. And sauteed it. And then with the bowl that I seasoned the shrimp with, I put maybe like a half half a cup. Yeah, about a half a cup of water, and I got all the rest of the seasoning out of the bowl, and I poured that in and I let it slow cook for about 2-3 minutes. That's why I had the juice. And then I chopped up some green onion, and that was it. And my little toast with some butter. You know I like my butter. And that's how I made it. A fried egg. I'm quite sure everybody can fry an egg. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. Some people like their grits. Some people like their eggs with some people like their grits with sugar. I don't like that. No shade. I'm just giving my opinion, what I like, don't like. If you like it like that, that's good for those who like it, okay? And you know, I feel like also, I'm all over the place. I don't want to have to watch every single thing I say. I mean, cause I work on it, okay? Some people like it like that. I don't. So is that me giving somebody shade because that's not how I like it? Like, case in point, I can't eat as much as B-Love because the person brought up B-Love. No, she could put it down. Sometimes she finishes her food and sometimes she doesn't. But most of the time she's put it all down. I can't even imagine eating as much as, like, her body's been trained for that, child. My pocket's not trained for that. She get her coin, honey. But I think she ate like 12 lobster tails. I can't afford. I might be able to do 6. I could put 6 lobster tails on layaway. I can't do 12, honey. I could put 6, okay? Seriously. I know I could put down 6. So, but no shade, no shade. So, all right, this is, you know, I'll talk to y'all to death now. Give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, later.